For those of us, we get in situations and we question it. And even when we do question it, we try to make it make sense. We try to change the people. We try to tell the people off, whoever it is. But it comes to a point that, you know, in life, you know, we do try to work things out. We do, in some cases, in most cases, we just accept it because at the moment we believe that, hey, we don't want to we don't want to mess up anything, and hopefully that person will change. But how about I tell you this? That person who tries to do things to you emotionally can be just as damaging as the person that's doing something to you physically. It comes a point, especially in life, where you don't know who you have around you until you're really around them. But I must say, who you are, how you feel, and what you believe, that's what's more important than what anybody else do to you and what they think. As one point, yes, I was around a specific person at one point and thought that, hey, you know, I mean, maybe things could work out, maybe that person would change. But realistically, when somebody shows you who they are, believe that's who they are. Don't sit there trying to change them. You're not you're not in that position to do that. And this is one of the reasons why I'm a big believer in just waiting and taking my time and getting around someone that's meant to be for me. Before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And today we're going to talk about emotional abuse isn't always loud. And I gave some signs to you to let you know. And these are just a few signs, right? Signs that I know, did research on, and things that I could actually talk about from past experience. Let's get into it. Sign number one, verbal abuse. Like, you know what I mean? They humiliate you. They say certain things to you, it's so embarrassing. You could be out and about chilling, relaxing, and that person who you know that says something to you so disrespectful in front of everyone, they'll start just telling you, oh, you're so stupid, you're this and that. Why? Don't be acting like this, dude. You know what? I'm gonna say something. I came across someone like that. Not that we're in a relationship, but we were friends. We were working out of all places. And that person said something to me. And I'm like, yo, it's late night. I want to be home. I'm doing this. The energy is off. And that person just came out of nowhere and said something. We're sitting somewhere. And then she was like, come and sit over here. Don't be stupid. Automatically, right then and there, I cut that person off. First of all, I'm a guy. I can't sit there and be arguing with a woman and going back and forth trying to tell her what to do. I just cut her off. I'm avoiding her. And come to find out, a lot of people see that's who she is. That's how she is. And they'll say certain things to you, and once they start off with one thing, two things, yo, they're going to carry it out. And this when they're going to start cussing you out, yelling, saying this and saying that. Be careful. Most people like that, they've been through situations, traumatized in some way, somehow, and they try to put that on you. It don't matter if it's a friendship or relationship. Be careful. People say certain things to you in hope that, you know, that they could come at you in that type of way, all kind of ways, right? Number two, they demand all your attention. You could be. This is like for people that's in relationships. I remember I was passing by not that long ago. When was it? Friday. Last Friday. This guy was with this girl, and I just heard it. You know what I mean? Now I sound messy, right? I don't know these people. And he's like, I called you, and he didn't pick up the phone. The lady was trying to, no matter what that guy was trying to say, and it was obvious because it was out and about. I'm just hearing this. I told you I was with my parents. Like, what do you want from me? Now, I need you to pick up your phone. I need you to... And this crazy. It's like, no matter what you do, no matter how you trying to say it, they need you to be, no matter what, you're supposed to just pick them up. It's like some type of control. You gotta be careful with that. Number three, of course, I just said it, controls your time and who you see. Now, if you're in that situation like that, and you got somebody, and especially if you're an adult, you got somebody that's telling you, oh, you can't see that person. I don't want you to be around there. You know what I mean? You took too much time, and that's an abuse right there. No way, somehow, somebody that you're an adult telling you what you should do and not do. Me personally, I'm a kind of person that when I'm in a relationship, I'm chill, I'm real relaxed. Of course, at one point when I was younger, I must admit, you know, I did have some type of control because, and I'm gonna be real with you, I'm gonna keep it all the way to funky with you. This person I was dealing with cheated on me. I believed at the time that, hey, with me telling you, okay, I'm gonna pick up your phone, you're supposed to call this, that, and the third, but no, it was my fault. It's full accountability. I took full accountability. And full accountability for me not to be with that person, for me to heal, especially I wasn't healed. I was traumatized, right? Vice versa. You could be with somebody, that's what can happen with that person. They want to control your time, who you see, who you can't see. And you have to be very you have to be very careful. Now, if you're sitting there cheating and somebody's doing that to you, or you're doing advice where I recommend you for just leave that person alone, right? Personal experience. But there's some people that they're so traumatized. They've been grown up and seen that, okay, you know what, this is how their parents, people are close to them, friends, treating people like that. So they got that in them to do that too. Number 4, blames you for everything that goes wrong. Yeah. You got somebody in your life that's blaming you for everything that you got going on, for their failures. They blame you for, okay, you know what? Oh my gosh, I woke up upset and you're around me, and that's why it's your fault. Every time you're around me, and this is always happening. But these are the same people that want you around you. You get it? You get it? You see the cycle, the narcissism, right? They want you around, right? Because that way they can control you, but at the same time, they blame you for their downfalls. They blame you for this and now blame you for this. They blame you for not taking a shower. They blame you for, like, you know what I mean? Oh, you know, I ain't get this money. I'm always giving you money. That's why. And a lot of times this is happening between the people that's the closest to you. They could be your family, right? That's sad. You know what I mean? I understand. I've had, situations like that happen when I was younger. Damn, tell my business, right? But yo, when it gets to that point like that, you're gonna have to just stay away from those type of people, right? And I'm gonna get more into it. And number 5, remember, there's a lot more, but I just use 5 because these are something that I could really relate to. Number 5, threatens to harm you. You know what I mean? They'll threaten to harm you. It don't even matter. It don't even have to be you. If they can't get to you, they'll try to get to your children, your family member. It goes as far as even like if you even have pets. They'll try to harm your pet. When it gets to the point when somebody's trying to threaten you, to hurt you, right? For whatever reason, you ought to call the police. You ought to put charges on them. You even set them up, even especially if they're hitting you or they're texting you. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. That's an automatic red. Matter of fact, all of it is a red flag. But emotional abuse, you're going through that stress, emotions. And I got something to say. I'm gonna give you my take. Anybody that's threatening you and they putting you through an emotional abuse, and you just question yourself like, why, what's going on? It's not you, it's them. A lot of them have went through certain situations. They're going through some type of hurt in their life, certain situations that they gotten themselves into, or they gotten into that they had no choice, and they have not healed. They have some type of, they're narcissists, right? They do things to you, and they make it look like that you're the problem, but realistically, it's them. And I always say, that's why for me personally, I block people out of my life. I don't even care like who you are, what it's about. If you coming at me with some type of way of abuse and try to, do this and do that, yo. And like I said, if somebody's hurting you, trying to get you emotionally, like in a way like, I was emotionally trying to threaten you and trying to harm you, like I said, the last 5, and the 5, call the police. Put charges on them. It wouldn't matter if fellas, listen, I don't care how big you are. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care if it's like the opposite sex is coming at you and they're trying to hurt you. It's first of all, one thing I'm gonna be real with you. You shouldn't even put your hands on a woman. Don't even do that. But at the same time, I'm letting you know, she's coming at you. Yo, follow a restraining order. Quote her, please. Show evidence. Life is too short. Life is too short for you to be going through all these type of situations. We don't know. In time and time, look, I had a couple of people. I mentioned my grandmother passed away. There's somebody else that I know that's going through something. Life is too short. You don't know when could be your last day. You don't know. And for you to be sitting there and then taking some type of abuse, it don't matter if it's emotional abuse, even that, right? Stop. Don't put yourself in that position to stay in it. No one deserves that. We all are human. Alright? Again, if this video resonated with you and you like this video, I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video, alright? Peace.